my dear Capricorn, this is your love and spirituality reading for the month of March 2019 with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. We are soon entering into Pisces season, so happy birthday to all Pisces out there. And I read for the signs in order of most liked videos, and if you do hit the thumbs up button, you are truly helping my channel to flourish here on YouTube, so thank you. You can see the order I'm reading this time around at the community section of my channel. And thank you all for liking, watching, commenting, donating, and subscribing to my channel. I am so grateful for all of your appreciation. This is a general reading for Sun, Moon, and Rising sign. The reading can go both ways. The drama is the same, but there's it can be different castings to the different roles by the universe. And for this reading, I will use the Crystal Tarot by Elisabetta Trevisan. And I will start shuffling your cards. So, my dear Capricorn, when I open your deck here, I see 10 of Swords and 7 of Cups. So that's never a nice feeling, but there's always room for improvement. 10 of Swords is the Minor Arcana Death card, and 7 of Cups is the Minor Arcana Moon card. So it seems like you have either a troubled mind, or there has been some worrying events which has spiked or sparked some old feelings inside of you. The same old, same old. It's like some kind of repetition going on, something hurtful that has happened, okay? So I call the Divine with Love and Light. And here we have the 6 of Wands with the 7 of Cups. So this seems to be a perfect time to actually deal with these kind of emotions. To go back to the original wound with this winner's attitude and kind of deal the crap out of this issue, okay? 6 of Wands is a pioneer energy. It's a leadership energy. It's a person taking responsibility and having success and victory. So I think this can be a good thing. For some of you, it might be that there's a little bit more gloomy story with a person that is kind of a little bit self-destructive and is all about they want attention because they need to have kind of band-aid on their emotions, and if they don't get attention, they feel like dying. So that might be another part of the story, but one is the potential, another might be the hurt. So I call the 4 archangels in the 4 corners of the world, and here we see a little Knave of Pentacles, so that's you and your inner child, and the 6 of Wands. So you're kind of equipped to fix this. You are kind of equipped to deal with this in a very splendid way, because this is your natural self going on having success, okay, being able to be successful of something. This is Jupiter, when Jupiter is in the planet, the sign of Leo, okay. So this is it's very lucky and expansive, and yeah, you can get a lot of positive attention as well from these kind of combinations of cards. So we'll see. I call the 6 elements, and here we have the Magician together with 6 of Wands. So you're about to create something magical. You have the power in your hands. For others, maybe cross-watchers, you might have been dealing with a person that's a little bit on the narcissistic scales. If this is a Capricorn, it might also be that a Capricorn is dealing with this, but it's kind of a little bit different energy. What I'm feeling for most of you is that you have been through some crap and you're supposed to lift yourself up yourself. But another storyline is that there's a person that's a little bit crappy and kind of wants other people to lift them up and give them a lot of attention. They might manipulate other people to get attention, and yeah, wanting people to see them as great and successful, and that the appearance is very, very important. So I call the 6 elements: earth, wind, fire, water, hangman, spirit, and ether to join us here today and to give us a clear view reading for my dear Capricorn viewers. So I want my dear Capricorn to have love in their lives and to find themselves in loving relationships. I also want you to have creative success and to be able to walk on your highest path towards your highest destiny. So my dear Capricorn, with the Hangman there's something going on. It's like a spiritual challenge. You kind of need to go with the flow in this situation and accept that there might take time before you get the thing you want. There's something else that needs to be put into place first. Either it's you that needs to develop, or the person needs to develop, or a certain kind of possibilities needs to be given time to come into fruition. For example, if you're seeking a new job, this job that you are destined to have needs to become available. Or if you are aiming for a relationship, maybe you want a long-lasting romantic relationship, for example, everything needs to be ready. You need to be ready. The other person needs to be ready. You need to have done your homework and be ready for this new start and forever love. So be sure to look at what is still an issue with you. Where do you still have your problem areas? Do you have different difficult feelings that often comes up in these kind of situations? Learn to deal with them in the best way possible. Try to find times or like opportunities to practice on this. Maybe with people or a situation that is less of a trigger for you. So if you are usually maybe jealous on people, you can practice this on, for example, your own children, because it's very easy to not be jealous on them because you love them and want what's best for them. But you can practice in these kind of situations to expose yourself for a situation that usually makes you jealous, and like start with baby steps. And if you're dealing with someone that has deep emotional problems and kind of don't want to look at these problems, then maybe not so much that you can do for the moment. With the Hangman that came, it probably that this person needs to, it's between them and God kind of. So I'm going to tune in for a few seconds to you and the energy of March. So, my dear Capricorn, this is your future there, and this is your now, and this is your past. And in the past, we have an Ace of Swords. So it seems like the truth has come out, or a situation has exposed the truth. For example, you might have had dealing with a person with an issue, or you yourself had an issue, like some kind of emotional issue, and it was not visible at this time, but then something happened that triggered this, so you were able to see it with very clear vision. Okay, so this is what usually happens. Now I see. Yes, I remember. This is how I react. This is how this person always react. This is always like how they behave, or you behave. So this is a moment of clarity that some kind of challenge has been bringing to you. So you have gotten clarity because of the challenge. So that was important. And this is the now, and it's another ace, and it's an Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Swords, Ace of Pentacles. That's air and earth. So it's each other's opposite, we can say, because here we have the earth and here's the air above. But they also are in close cooperation. They are kind of fused together and yet very separate. So this is both new beginnings, and I'm thinking it's new healthy beginnings where we are able to keep our head straight and be able to do some very successful manifestation, because we are able to see things as they truly are. So we are able to keep ourselves very sober in this situation. So it's a fertile new beginning that will come out of the challenge that you have been facing. And here we have this Six of Wands. So it shows that this new beginning will become successful. If someone have tried to steal your your attention, or I think this is something you have learned from now, and now you will give more of this attention to yourself and to the people that actually gives it back, and to the situation that's in need of your attention. Sometimes we give a lot of attention to the wrong people because we want them to please see me. But here it's like you have become sober because of a challenge, and you're now able to put effort where it's actually going to give a very positive result. So instead of giving your energy away to people that is not going to do the best thing possible with this, maybe just feed their ego. Instead, you are giving this now to a situation that you see very clearly is in need of your attention. So it might be, for example, instead of wasting time with that girlfriend that anyway didn't love you, you're focusing more on work. Or instead of focusing so much on work because your boss don't care about your accomplishments anyway, they just they have their favorites and they are not you. You are now focusing on your family instead, because that's where you get your reward. That's where you feel like you can accomplish something. So it can be different things for different people. This is your past, and we have the strength card there. So I think these challenges that you have been through have given you immense strength. Some of you might have been dealing with a Leo as well, and either you exposed the truth about this Leo, or the Leo exposed the truth about you. But most of all, the challenges, what doesn't kill you, makes you stronger, and also more able to know your instincts and what they say to you, but not letting them rule you. So for example, getting jealous, like this lion here wants to react on something, and kind of notice you are jealous because she's holding the lion here, but not reacting upon it, more with the Ace of Swords that's underneath here, looking at it, being clear, okay, this is what's going on, okay, this is how I react, interesting. And here we have a Queen of Pentacles, so that's probably you, can be another Capricorn or a Taurus or a Virgo as well. So Queen of Pentacles is very sturdy, very steady, very grounded. Doesn't take quick actions with these kind of dramatic feelings, maybe. More pondering about it. So the Ace of Swords together with the Strength card and the Queen of Pentacles makes you very rock solid, makes you very able to think before you act. So that's a good thing. Next card here is a little Knave of Pentacles. So that's the inner child. So we see this very feminine spirit here with the Strength card and the Queen of Pentacles, and then this little child. So I'm thinking you have given room to more of your softer qualities. Instead of looking on what you can accomplish on the surface level, you're now looking more of what you can learn about yourself on a deeper level. So you're looking more at your emotions, you're looking more at your strengths, your talents, your possibilities, your health. This is your, like, the talents that you were born with, or the natural self that you are. So I'm thinking you have been able to determine more about who you are as a person, who you want to be, and instead of trying to make yourself likable in the eyes of others, it seems like you have more kind of calibrated who you truly are, and you're going to show us more of that. So that's kind of a very, it feels like a healthy promise for the future. Here we have a Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords is usually Aquarius, might be a Gemini or a Libra as well, or any person with this kind of air trait. They can have air somewhere in their chart that's prominent at this time. So it's showing a person being able to look at a situation from above and make very clear decisions. Also, this person, as the person with the lion here, are able to have their emotions but not being ruled by them. Actually ruling their emotion and almost going on the moon here like it was a boat. We have also two Pisces there. Fishes. Okay, so I'm thinking it might be you and another person. You might have been separated because of the cards we saw before, but it seems like you're simultaneously doing the same work. Okay, becoming less reactive, more aware of how you feel instead of just reacting to how you feel. You are aware and are able to take more clear and more logic, more sane decisions upon these feelings instead of becoming hysterical or anxious and why are you doing this to me? You can be more like, okay, I'm getting very anxious in this situation. I need to look at why this is so. Okay, I realize I'm not happy with the circumstances, so I'm going to have to change them. So it's a much more grown kind of attitude. What I sensed with the King of Swords was that they might be faking it to kind of keep a certain position. Some people, it might be you or someone has done this towards you, kind of trying to make you dramatic by acting malicious towards you. Like a person, say that you are in an awkward situation and people around you recognize, people that you know recognize that you are in an awkward situation, and you have one person coming forward and saying, oh, this must be so hard for you, and you're so strong being able to do this, and you really know that they are actually they want to trigger your emotions so they can enjoy seeing in your eyes that you actually feel super awkward and wishes that you were somewhere else and wish that you never have gone to this place. And so they want to trigger an emotion with you and make you dramatic through pulling your strings, or it's a kind of a way for some people to see that, oh, those people have it worse than I have. And some people also get, if they have promised you something and they take away the promise and they see you getting upset, then they know they are worth something to you. So it's a way of stealing love from other people as well. But here with the Seven of Pentacles, it's like a little bit of a no-go. So if people are doing this, I think they won't get the same reward out of you that they got before. They won't get the same reaction. So someone is probably trying to top ride you a little bit, but you are not engaging in the drama because you now see more clearly. Before, maybe you didn't understand that you thought that they were nice because they sounded nice and they sounded sincere, and they were sorry because they didn't do this what they promised, but actually and they said, I never want to see you hurt. And after this has happened so many times, you start to realize they actually want to see me hurt. That's exactly why they are doing this, and they are saying the opposite. So people doesn't do this because they are evil. They do it because they have the same difficult emotions that you have, and they rather want you to have them than them to carry them around. So it's easier if you carry the burden and they don't. And some people are just addicts to being self-destructive and destroy situations around them. But here it seems like it doesn't work. For some people it might be a situation where one entity have been very emotional and the other person haven't been so emotional. When one person carry all the emotions, the other person can be cool. You can see this if one person cry a lot at the funeral. The person sitting next might not be able to cry. They actually have to comfort this person crying. So they themselves can act or seem like they are not as sad. But the situation kind of gives them, they are now responsible for this other person. So they can't give themselves up to the emotions. And sometimes we have the same dynamics in our everyday relationship where one might actually also look down on you for crying or having emotions because they don't have to have it. When you display it, they can keep their cool. So sometimes this is a great way to balance up situation. If someone is really sad, we hold our own sadness back so we can help them. But there's this other side of the story where if you are sad, you don't allow the other person to feel their feelings, and they can feel like they have control and you are a drama queen. But that's not true. Okay, it's just that you display a lot of emotions or they display a lot of emotions, and the other person can then become more detached. So there's some kind of dynamic going on here where this is a part of the story. Okay. So that was in the past. So it seems like people can't affect you in the way that they did before, and that might make them a little bit impatient and wonder what's going on with you. But for your personal benefit, this is great. Okay. And here we also have a King of Pentacles, and it comes underneath Strength. So it's really like you're sitting very rock solid here. It might be also that there's a how can I say this, supportive relationship with a very strong and mature person. Can be a Leo, because there's a Leo here, but can be another fire sign or another earth sign, for example. But it seems like here it's like a husband and a wife, or a father and a mother, or very great friends, and they are stronger when they are together. So that's a very beautiful notion being placed here, and it's very nice energy. It's like a summer's day out in the country is what it feels. Very people there usually are very practical, okay, practical and calm, go with nature, take things as it comes. And here we also have an Ace of Cups. So this energy here is very supportive. Not only are people acting very grown up and mature, trying to be the bigger person, they also have a deep love for each other. So that's very beautiful. And it's yet another ace. So I'm thinking it might be a situation where Capricorn maybe leaves an old situation with an old sort of people and engaging more in relationships that's actually healthy for you. So you're putting more effort into the things that's rewarding you, the people that's rewarding, instead of trying to waste a lot of energy to get non-functioning situations and relationships to work. You're giving more effort where it actually is prosperous, and less effort where you didn't get so much in return. So the center card here is the Six of Cups. So, and it's the childhood and past life card, comes underneath the Knave of Pentacles. That's a child. So it seems like you are fixing your childhood problems with the choices that you make today. You make healthier choices, thereby you take better care of your inner child. So this is very prosperous, but it's a past challenge, like with the Ten of Swords that we saw in the beginning, that have taken you to this position. Seven of Swords and Seven of Cups. Here we have the Six of Cups. This is a more harmonious state. Seven of Cups is when there's challenges, spiritual challenges in the area of emotions. Here you have found some kind of balance. It's also connected to the Lover's card, and I feel a lot of self-love, and also self-love being expressed in the way that you put more effort into the people that actually give something back to you, where they can be equal give and take instead of these more lopsided situations and relationships. Underneath the King of Swords that standed on the moon, we now have the Moon card. So when you do this kind of choices, you also leave these people that before they kind of preyed on you, they had you as their victim, like a vampire using you to sustain them with blood. They could take a bite out of you and drink your blood, and then they were fine. But here they actually need to live on their own emotions and their own lifeblood. So this is a little bit confusing for this person. I think this is new for them. It's new. They have been able to manipulate and use other people to avoid their own uncomfortable feelings, and now this is not a possibility anymore. So they are kind of left with dealing with their feelings. So this will also help this person to grow up and mature. Currently they feel very anxious, they feel very upset, they feel that the winds have changed and not to their benefit. They feel like they are on the losing end, and they also fear that they might be the one to blame for this. So it's like a creeping feeling of something wants to make you aware, but you don't want to be aware about this because it's uncomfortable and might make this person also feel ashamed. But it's a good thing, okay? It's a good and a healthy thing that needs to happen. It will be uncomfortable for this person for a period, but eventually they will become as strong when they have learned to deal with their own feelings instead of having their big truck with worries and ding, 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 putting them in your lap or in someone else's lap and act like they don't have a concern or care in the world. You can see this also with other examples. For example, if you have you and your friend or your partner or your parents or whatever, you have a very important meeting, for example, that both needs to go to. Maybe it's more important for the other person, but you are the only one who cares, and you are the only one that tries to get there in time, and you are the only one that, you know, seems to understand the importance. And in this situation, I think you take care of your own meeting and your own health and, you know, your own responsibility. And this person, if they don't want to come in time to that meeting, it's kind of up to them. So you don't enable self-destructive behavior anymore. Next card is the Knight of Swords. So I think this King of Swords is kind of regressing into a little bit more childish behavior, where they get very impatient and also feel very anxious. So they want to find a quick fix for this problem, and they're trying to use their very bright problem-solving mind to find a solution. And this might mean that they're a little bit of a threat to you, because a person that's this desperate might cause issues, okay? So it's like your ex calling and trying to make you feel guilty for leaving them and being with this new person, or your child blaming you for not being there on time. You should have reminded me. And you are like, no, I shouldn't. You are old enough now. I told you when it's going to be, and that you had to get there in time. If you didn't, it was on you, okay? So it's your problem. You have put yourself in that position. You need to sort it out. It comes to a certain point when people needs, young people, old people need to, you know, try their wings, fly out in the world on their own wings, not relying solely on other people to fix things for them. So it's a little bit awkward situation, but it's actually going to be good for them in the end to have to face their own behavior or their own actions or their own emotions and deal with them. It's better if they deal with them instead of you sweeping up the mess they made. Okay, and this is your future, and in the future we have a Four of Cups here, so it comes underneath Strength and King of Pentacles. So I'm thinking you are going to be mellow in your emotions. It's like a stable period, nothing really exciting is happening, but it's like a vacation for your emotions. You have found a place where you can find inner peace and kind of digest what has been. So it's not overwhelming, like over ecstatic happiness, but it's not so much trouble either. It's more a stage where we can recuperate our own emotions and find stillness in them, like inner peace. So this is a good thing. And we can see a little bit of an eagle inside there. So I'm thinking you have been smart enough to see to creating these possibilities of inner peace for yourself and less difficult situation, maybe by not taking responsibility for things that wasn't your responsibility to start with. The next card here is the King of Chalices. So there's a lot of people in this mixed Queen of Pentacles, Ace of Chalices, King of Chalices. But I'm thinking it's mostly about healing. Wherever you go, there you are. So you made now like an inner feng shui garden for yourself, where you can you rather choose inner peace than this kind of drama. Maybe before you have been more passionate and you like the drama. You like to have a little bit like a mission with a difficult person and trying to fix things and having this drama back and forth. But now it seems like you get other values. Maybe it's not so valuable to fall in love. It's more valuable to have a really great friend. Even though I see a great possibility for falling in love here, but it's a little bit worrying because it's 3 people here, but the 4 of Cups kind of says that this is more a stable family situation or like mutual friends situation, not so much betrayal, cheating, like people, polyamorous people not telling their partner that they actually are in a polyamorous relationship, so they have husband brothers or sister wives and things like this. So I think this is more like it's very grown up people here as well. So I'm thinking everyone is starting to become more grown up, and thereby they can share more deep love for each other and also more inner peace. It's like when people get more mature, they get more skilled in handling their relationships. And here we have a Temperance. So it's definitely some kind of love cooking on this end. It might be that you have the Holy Trinity inside of you, father, mother, child, where the father is kind of the stabilizer of the mother, that is the interpreter of the child. So there's the Holy Trinity in you when you have become more healed. And it might be that you are going to fall in love with either a water sign person or possibly a Sagittarius or a fire sign person. You have Leo there and Sagittarius here, the Temperance card. This is the second card for love in the major arcana, so it's when we meet and our demons play so well together. But in this case, I think there's a chance for the demon to play and you to show that you have learned your lesson and you're now healed. So it's an intense, passionate situation coming here out of this very grounded situation. So it's like you're ready to have another go on a relationship issue, and actually you might make it this time and be able to, if you were jealous before, you won't be jealous now. You will rather protect yourself and choose yourself, but not be jealous. If you were afraid of being abandoned before, you are not afraid of being abandoned now, because you don't abandon yourself, and so on and so forth. The next card here is the Knight of Pentacles, comes underneath the King of Swords and the Moon card. So I'm thinking this person that maybe wasn't so helpful before is starting to get a more helpful attitude now. It's still just a knight's energy, but they're coming here. So I'm thinking you have found a very stable situation for yourself amongst friends, amongst lovers, but you have some worrying element that kind of wants to reconcile when time is right, when they have kind of turned from being pissed off and thinking that you have put them in this situation to actually want to help fixing the situation by them putting in effort too. So like a person wants to cooperate and compromise and show willingness. So this is the divine plan for this person, that when you start to focus on what's making you stable and the people that's actually helpful in their lives, this person also become more helpful, like magic. Okay. Last card is the Tower, and this Tower definitely comes for the person that needs to not be self-destructive. They are going to fall on their own grip. If they are doing self-destructive things, the destruction is going to fall on them and not on you. Okay, so if you have been acting very moral, very loving, very supportive, and now you take away your support, this is going to mean that this other person will fall and have a little bit of like a downward spiral. But this is actually going to lead to this person getting more skilled, getting stronger, getting more mature, getting more adult, getting more experience on how to handle certain things. If everyone has done everything for them before, they didn't have to look at themselves or deal with themselves. Like this person wanting you to feel bad by showing kind of empathy towards you, saying, oh, this must be awful for you. And when you start to say, no, it's fine, I'm really fine, thank you. But I remember you were in a similar situation before, and I remember that you had a really tough time, and you put a hand on them and say, I hope you really have made it through this time. So you're able to see when people are pulling your leg and you kind of turn it back on them. It's just they will be able to see their own reflection in the mirror. And yes, it seems it's a little bit backwards here, because it should be the Tower and then they want to come back and fix it. But it's like they want to fix it, but maybe it's too late, because they need to fall on their face. There's too late to fix it now. You're already occupied here with these other people that actually, have never betrayed you or always been loyal, always try to make win-win situations with you. Yes, I think many of you have had a difficult attachment style, and you might have been loving people that was a little bit unavailable, and these became the most important people in your life. But now you have realized that they are not important. They are just like a ghost of something from my childhood past where I didn't get my needs met, and here I have tried to make them meet my needs, even though they are kind of disposed to not meet my needs. And you just grow up here like a beautiful flower. You just blossomed, and you realize that I will put my effort into people that put effort into me. And this person, I think they won't be able to save it. They will try, but they will have to kind of go through a little bit of a deeper crisis before they can actually work on the same level here and create win-win situations instead of stealing attention. Okay, so my dear Capricorn, that was a very straightforward reading. I will take some cards to see the one that you love, what they are feeling about you. One card, please. Okay. Here. This person that you are in love with, they feel like this. Keep it simple. All souls use words very sparingly, except of course for I, love, thank you, wow, now, and cool. Wow, I love you now, the universe. Which sounds much better than wow, now I love you. Sequence is important. So I'm thinking this person have complicated things in your life and not being very simple. They actually have played a lot of games, and they have been a little bit, they come now to the conclusion, wow, now I love you. So it's a little bit too little too late, I'm feeling, with this person. They probably will get some chance to fix the situation in some way. Maybe you can become friends, or you will become lovers again. We have, after all, the Six of Chalices card here. This is Queen of Pentacles and Knight of Pentacles, and it's a Six of Cups in between. So it might show that there's a reconciliation between you and possibly Taurus, Virgo, another Capricorn. There's also the same here with the King of Swords and the King of Chalices. So it's emotion versus logic. And I think logic have been using their logic to get benefits on the back of the ones that showed love. And this needs to be also harmonized. Okay. So what do you feel about your significant other? And here we have this card, and it's not as if you need anyone. So I think you have more turned towards like your husband, your friend, your mother, your children, instead of dealing with this troublesome friend or troublesome lover or childish person that triggered your childhood needs of fixing things, like making your parents love you. And now it's really, you don't need that anymore. You need people, but you need like stable, grounded adult people, and not these people that always try to make you fall. Now they fall on their own grip. For as long as you wish to keep them in your life, whoever they may be, understanding them as opposed to changing them will widely improve the chances that they'll wish to keep you in their life. On the other hand, you're pretty much stuck with me. Oh, wow, how I love you, the universe. So it kind of means that they are who they are. And if you want to be with this person still, you need to accept that they are like self-destructive. And if you can't cope with that, it's better to leave them alone. For example, we can have parents, we love them to death, but they have problems of behavior. Then we kind of need to decide that okay, this person's behavior is not personal. It's not about me. It's about how this person is. And now I need to make a choice if that is an energy I want in my life or not. Many people can be, specifically with these kind of cards here, can accept that a person is difficult and still have them around. Maybe not as frequent, maybe not as much, but to a degree where you can kind of enjoy each other's company. But as soon as they start to become difficult, you might say thank you, this was a nice time, it's time for me to move home now before things get not so nice, and you take better care of yourself. Okay, so, and it's also about mainly accepting people for what they are, and not making it to that they are like this to personally annoy you, because that's not the reason. They are like this because they are trying to survive through their own fears, their own difficulties, their own projections, their own childhood issues, and so forth and so on. So this will be a spiritual message for my dear Capricorn. Higher thought, very beautiful. It's a stairway there, so you're really ascending to new heights when it comes. It's like you have changed a lot about you, and you're not reacting towards the old things in the way that you did react. You're actually making real improvements, so I'm really proud of you, Capricorn. Sometimes in moment of darkness and despair, all it takes to feel better is a decision to lift our thoughts to a higher, more positive place. Simple actions like seeking the company of an old friend or taking a walk in nature can often help to move us out of negative perspective, giving us a new vantage point from which to view the current situation. With my will to work in the light, I lift up my thoughts to God and to the beauty and simplicity everywhere around me. I accept, I let go, and I welcome the opportunity to discover the positive side of every situation. So I'm thinking you're just choosing better. You're making much better choices. So you're choosing to not be a victim. You're choosing to choose better situations for yourself. You're choosing where you put your effort and your energy, and you're choosing to not benefit destructive people's patterns. So very straightforward reading, very positive. If you have done the work, you have your things on dry land. If you haven't, you still have it coming, where you are going to have to deal with these kind of things. So if you have been pushing your problems onto others, they are not going to carry your problems anymore. If someone has pushed your problems onto you, you are not going to carry them anymore. So this is the most straightforward reading I had so far this March. So congratulations, Capricorn, for work well done. So I hope this will help. I want you to take really, really good care. And I also want to welcome you back to my April reading that I will perform in the middle of March. I'll also do some pick a card reading, so keep your eyes open for that. And until then, enjoy this peaceful new inner nature of yours, where you can really find stability and being less anxious and more in control when you let go more of control. Because when you go with the flow, the only thing you really need to do is to keep your inside pure and clean and filled with inner peace. So work on that. Until next time, bye bye.